Hi, my name is John Fazio. Here at Fazio Law Offices, we handle foreclosure defense matters for homeowners who are struggling to maintain their mortgage on their home. One of the most common questions we get after a homeowner receives a foreclosure complaint is, how much time do I have? And what does the litigation process entail? So to help to answer those questions, I have a helpful diagram that breaks down what goes on in a normal litigation and specifically in a foreclosure litigation. On this side is the plaintiff. This is your lender or the bank. And on this side is you, the homeowner or the defendant. Now, there are about 5 main stages of any litigation, and I'm going to write down what they are, and then I'm going to tell you what each stage entails. First is the pleading stage. After that is the discovery stage, which is followed by the summary judgment stage. After summary judgment stage is the trial stage. And lastly is the verdict. Now, each of these stages has a certain amount of time that it takes and a certain number of things that take place during that stage. But after the verdict stage, there are some additional things that happen. So, let's say you've just been served with a foreclosure complaint. You look at this document that the bank had a process server bring to your house, and you have no idea what it is or what it states. What you need to know is that you have 35 days to answer that complaint. And that is the most important thing you can do if you want to save your home. In addition to filing an answer to the complaint, you're permitted to also sue the bank back, which often is a very good strategy if the bank has treated you unfairly. This could have happened because they gave you a loan which was predatory to start with, which you should have never been given based on your financial circumstances. It could also happen if you tried to work something out with the bank to save your home through some kind of workout option, and they didn't deal with you fairly and straight. A complaint is going to say the bank is entitled to possession of your home because you've defaulted in your payment obligations. And your answer might say that the bank has transferred your loan multiple times, or that they defrauded you by not working with you when you sent in mortgage modification requests and the like. If you don't answer the complaint within 35 days, the case proceeds all the way down to the post-verdict stage based on your default in failing to combat and oppose the claims of the plaintiff. All right, let's say you've answered the complaint. Now, the next stage is discovery. And this is the stage where you're going to ask the bank to prove they own your loan. Show us how you acquired it. Because my loan was originally with Chase. It's not with your bank. And this is also where you ask the bank to show all the contacts that you had with representatives at the bank and to show all the times that you've made payments and how they were applied. Each one of these issues that you're requesting information about could lead to a potential defense that could help you to save your home. So, in the discovery stage, there's a number of different types of discovery, which for the purposes of the video, I'm going to leave out what they specifically are. But basically, when you ask for discovery, you're looking for documents, you're looking for testimony from witnesses who know something about what happened, and you're looking for the bank to answer your questions about what's transpired with regard to your loan. This stage takes 3 to 5 months to get through. So right off the bat, by filing the answer, you've got that additional time. Additionally, when the discovery period is over, there's going to be a stage where each side submits motions called summary judgment motions. Each judge in New Jersey has about 10,000 cases on their docket, and some judges in New York have more. These are just rough numbers. If each one of these cases went to trial, the courts would have to shut down because there's no way they could handle that kind of volume. So what's been developed over the years is a process where each side submits a term paper, and this term paper has the reasons why they should win the lawsuit, and it has the evidence that they rely on to do so attached to it. The plaintiff submits their summary judgment motion saying the bank should get the property back. You submit yours saying that you should be able to keep it for whatever reason under whatever terms. The judge will decide if there's an issue of fact. And what that is something that is a he said, she said type of situation that can only be determined by actually hearing the live witness give their testimony in person. If there's no issue of fact, or that's material to who should win, the judge will call it on the papers. This process, with the filing of the various motions and the hearing on those motions, is 3 to 5 months. Most cases go through these 3 stages, and they end there. While these 3 stages are going on, off to the side, in foreclosure cases only, is a court-sponsored mediation, which is a very important tool for homeowners, because homeowners can have a referee that stands between them and the bank, listen to whatever workout option they want to accomplish, and hold the bank's feet to the fire to help them to get an answer from the bank instead of getting the runaround. This can also extend the timeline that I just set out. If you're close to getting a modification in this mediation program or some other workout option, the judge is not going to decide this motion and take away your rights while that's pending in most cases, even though they're not required to delay because of the mediation being in place. If there's an issue of fact and a case really needs to go in front of the judge for a full trial, the trial usually will be scheduled 1 to 2 months after the summary judgment motions are heard, and we generally assume that it's going to take about 3 months to get through the trial stage. Then there will be a verdict in your favor or in the bank's. So if we just summarize here, there's a month, 3 months here, about 10 months here. You're talking about a year to 14 months on average that it'll take your case to go from beginning to end. And after you get to the end stage, you still will not be kicked out of your house because the bank has to evict you, they have to do a sheriff's sale, and a bunch of other steps that I'm going to go into in a future video. I hope this has been helpful and answers your questions about the litigation process. And the one takeaway for today's message is, if you get a complaint in a foreclosure case, you need to answer that complaint in 35 days in order to preserve all of these rights that we've gone over briefly here. And so what you should do next is you should call 201-529-8024, and somebody at Fazio Law Offices will help you to get the facts of your case together and schedule an appointment. Thank you.